rosy beet lovers, and welcome to another day on the plot. Now, you remember those seedlings that I was growing at home? Well, they're a few weeks on now, and they've got a bit bigger, and now it's the 9th of October, and it's the time to start putting these in. These are overwintering crops, so let's see what we've got here to begin with. We've got winter lettuce here, Arctic King, just germinated. All year round lettuce, which haven't germinated at all as yet. Overwintering onions, again, they haven't germinated, but there's still time. We've got here baby pak choi, which are coming up nicely, nice strong little seedlings there. Here we've got some chicory that have come up within the last few days, and they're going to go in today as well. We've got here some spring onions, not spring onions, we've got here some spring cabbage, which is Durham early spring cabbage, some nice strong plants. Over here some sweet peas that we're going to put around the plots next year, so we're going to overwinter them. And here's some kohlrabi, so they're going to go in. And what I've done is I've just put them there for the time being, but over here you will see this contraption, which is a polytunnel, and I've got two of these that I'm going to set up on this piece of land here. I've already put some spring cabbage in here, as you can just see through the plastic there. But this polytunnel is ideal for warming up the soil at this time of year and getting an extended growing season for your seedlings. So under these tunnels I'm going to put several different crops in rows. I think I've reckoned, I've worked out I can get 3 crops under one polytunnel for overwintering. So I'm going to do that. Again, this is a no dig bed, so we've got a layer of cardboard and we've topped it with 3 different types of compost. Now, a no dig simply means that we don't dig into the soil underneath. We layer it with compost, and we put cardboard down. You can see the edge of the cardboard there. The cardboard is to suppress the weeds. You can see where there is no cardboard and where there is, and the weeds are coming through on the other side. So we're going to get crops in here today. I've taken the polytunnel off now, and you can see our row of spring cabbage, the Durham early that I got in last week. They seem to be doing fine, and it's interesting to see how they do on different types of compost. I've just rolled it back and I see it's a bit dry because it's obviously the sun's dried it out a bit. So I'm going to give that a water in and pick a few weeds out. As you can see, there are some still weeds coming through, and then I'll get the other crops, the baby crops, in that I've already sown at home. So let's see, it's not too bad actually. There's a few weeds, not too bad. These are probably weeds that are already in the compost when I put it on. So just a bit about the compost is that here we've got well rotted horse manure that I got a few bags of from the local DIY store. Here we've got fresh horse manure mixed with some multi-purpose compost. Let's see how that goes. And here we've got some homemade compost at the compost bins. So we'll see how the plants cope with each of them. It's a bit of an experiment really. We'll see how it goes. Okay, I've decided to put some baby pak choi and some chicory down either side of the cabbage in the centre. So on that line there some pak choy, and then I'll flip that over to the other side where I'll put some chicory, and let's see how that goes. Okay, I put a row of baby pak choy in there. We've had a row of spring cabbage and pak choy, and now I'm just going to put some chicory in these holes here, and that'll go all the way down. So we'll have 3 crops in a row. Okay, that's it. We've got 3 rows of crops in. On the left, baby pak choy, in the middle, spring cabbage, and on the right, chicory. The great thing about polytunnels is that they not only do they warm the soil and extend your growing season, but they also protect the crops from birds, and particularly if you're growing brassicas, pigeons. The worst thing about the British winter is not actually the cold, it's the wind and the weathering that has the adverse effects on crops, and it can reduce the yield of crops and the quality very significantly. So a polytunnel is great for keeping the wind, the rain and the snow off your plants this coming winter. Now it's the 9th of October, so it's pretty mild at the moment, but we all know that that's going to change, and the winter will come in, and come November, December, January and February, and it gets really bad. That's when the polytunnels really come into their own, and I hope you stick with our channel and follow us over the winter to see how our crops are coming on, and to see if we actually do crop anything, because we never know, do we? You know, when we garden, we never know what the outcome is going to be, and that's the wondrous thing about gardening, is that you never really know. You're always learning. There's always something to learn.